The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show. It is, what's today? Wednesday?
Hump day.
Hump day. We are hanging with the boys. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, where it is a wet, moist 78 degrees. It just started raining. The high is 81. The low tonight is 70 degrees.
Just 1 point higher than...
1 point higher than normal.
Yes. Okay.
How are y'all?
Good.
I'm
Y'all
good.
caught me.
I'm good.
I'm trying to eat.
I
Yeah,
bought,
I
I didn't
yeah.
know we were starting this.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the show here.
Yeah,
with the
sorry.
lunch.
Jesse had a flat.
Yeah, he had a flat, man.
he'll be here in
It
a
was
little
ugly,
bit.
too, man. He's so cheap. He let the tires get bald. Y'all look at this right here. Where did I show that at? Right here?
Let's see. Oh,
Oh,
nope,
okay.
other camera.
Yeah.
Hi. It's great radio right here.
Yeah.
Great, right.
That's Jesse.
See it
Cheap
there.
Jesse for you, all right? Let his tires go bald until they hit a flat.
But he's okay. And
He's okay.
he
That's
will be here in about 10 minutes.
Leaving, got chased from a trailer park. Some man came home and caught him with one of the most thick things, and he had to get out of there.
Hit one of them speed bumps a little too hard. Trying to get out.
Oh, man.
How are y'all
He'll
today?
be here, though.
Kurt?
Oh, I'm great, man.
You good?
Good,
I'm
good,
great,
good.
man. Good to see you guys, man. God, I'm super excited.
What are you excited
yeah,
about?
you're all
Because we going to
excited.
beat the ever-living out of these boys, man.
You think?
You know, I didn't read just a little thing talking about wait for the breakdown. That's why I had to call him, because I'm like, I ain't got no breakdown. I've been looking at all this film, and the breakdown is just coming, bro.
You think?
We finna beat this shit. Come on, man.
You're not worried about these.
Nah, man, I'll just wait for Jesse. But I'll tell you later right here, you dudes don't impress me.
Really?
Yeah,
Offensively or defensively or both?
Offensively, I think that's the threat. But defensively, no, sir.
They got a new kicker.
Yeah, they do. They got rid of...
Poor old guy.
Poor old mom.
Our guy.
No.
Brett Maher.
Brett Maher got to be the best kicker in the world. Because no matter what he do at the previous team, he'll be kicking in less than 2 weeks for somebody.
And he does. It seems like he does really good, and then he just has a bad week or two, and then gone. So,
Bro, Will, what's up, man?
what's up, Will? How
Hey,
you been?
Will, you know, I want if y'all ever get a chance to meet Bro Will, he's a human vacuum when it comes to eating.
Oh,
This
he-
dude can eat. Bro, I thought when I was at my fattest and baitest,
Yeah.
he still gotta eat me.
You think?
When I was at my fattest
And he's skinny
I
too.
don't know about that.
He's skinny. Yeah.
You're
I don't,
eating
bro. I don't
Jew
think.
Whataburger.
Have you ever been to training camp? Have you ever been to training
I
camp?
haven't seen him eat, no.
I don't know if he can eat a whole bag of fries in one sitting and then a case of Coors
Yeah.
Light.
You know what he says a disease. He met a guy, skinny guy, just like him at camp, and they bonded right away. Cause I was picking at Will, and that dude say, "I know your problem, man. It's just like I'm always hungry." And Will said, "Yeah." They were looking at each other's eyes. I'm like, "Boy, y'all connected." Yeah, man. I'm just, and a lot of times I just don't eat because, I know I shouldn't be, but I just be so hungry. I'm looking at Will like, wow. Even a fat man got full after my bag of Orators and my 6-pack
Is
of
that
beer.
like a tapeworm or like
I don't know what it is.
like IBS where you just constantly you eat it and it just immediately
Yeah.
exits your body
Yes.
at velocity?
Oh, my goodness.
It
Wow.
exercises itself
I don't know, man.
with an O.
Exorcise
Yeah,
it, you know?
exorcise. How do we get off on that?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, Big Will. I say big, but it's a little old guy, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, but anyway.
Let's talk football.
Yes,
One
sir.
guy you can talk about, Nate, Aaron Donald. Is he the same Aaron Donald as he's always been?
Yes, he has. Even with not having the great talent around him this year, he's still a beast now. I hate a guy. I mean, not to the point where it's a bad hate. It's a good hate. Like Jerome Brown, that was a good hate, as long as I wasn't playing him.
Right.
You know, if I was playing him, it was a bad hate. But like the Astros and the Rangers, it's a good hate. It's a good bad hate, depending on which side of that bat you on.
No, I think that's just all hate.
Yeah, it is.
Solid
Yeah.
hate through and through.
But anyway,
Because he's not a big guy. He's short, but he's
what,
thick.
probably about 6'1",
probably 6 foot.
6'1", probably about 6'1", probably about
6'1",
280. Yeah, I know that tight.
And it's all muscle.
And the thing about him,
He's tight. He's like wound up.
he moves at a more methodical pace than most defensive linemen. If one of our defensive linemen moved that way, they wouldn't make a tackle. But he's so methodical, but he's so still lightning quick in doing it. So he make plays, man, and don't even look like he be trying. Don't even look. I mean, and he has the presence. He has the presence of a Lawrence Taylor. And what I mean by that, the quarterback's gonna know where he's lined up, or close to where he's lined up, and him swiping at a quarterback is totally different than just the average guy swiping at a quarterback. Because that quarterback always think, he'll make him flinch. That's how good he is. That's how dominant he is. He will make you flinch.
Would you rather have him than a Nick Bosa or a Mike?
Oh, I'm going with him.
Yeah.
Because he can play their position. He can now. I mean, they play a 3. We should be waiting on Jess. They play a 3-4. That means he's a defensive tackle, one play removed from a defensive end, one position removed from a defensive end. I'm gonna tell you something. It's just like he's equal to a great cornerback. He's equal to a great left tackle, because everything he does affects the whole. He's that type of. Like, we try to give Parsons, hey, somebody's going to be free because Parsons is so great. Well, Parsons is such a great pass rusher. That is true. But this guy can take over a game run-wise too. If he chooses to, he's got a short, compact body compared to height. But his arms, you look at his arms is long. And he got great hand-eye coordination. He can place his hands inside on your chest and stop you. A 330-pound guy, cold-blooded, stop you. And it ain't like he got to bend down. He's already down there. So when he stop you and he make a read, he's lightning fast enough that if he want to go get it, he can go get it. And so he's special. It's certain guys that I'll pay to go see, and there's certain guys I tell you, the all-22, yeah, watch him. And sometimes you'll be like, he ain't even going hard. He ain't even going fast. No, he's smart. He knows what plays he can make, what plays he can't make, how he affects the offense if they come his way or go away from him. Yeah. But he always seemed to make a tackle. Now, he ain't got but 2.5 sacks. I don't know how many pressures he's got. This kid is special.
13 pressure.
Yeah, this kid is special now.
But you talk about taking a receiver out of a game. You can just double him up or play him over the top. They don't have a lot else on that defensive line.
Nah, they don't.
So do you just throw Steele and Martin on him, or Martin and Bowdish?
It depends on how you line up, Kurt. If he's out wide, like, remember last year I tried to tell everybody when Tyler Smith was at left tackle, I said, y'all, watch this game. I said, he ain't seen nothing like this. Gave up 2 sacks and a bunch of pressures. Because these dudes are sharks, man. You take the Jaws. That shark there was a bad cat. He smelled blood. He ain't only coming for the fish and the whales. He coming for the humans too.
In the boat.
Oh yeah. He crushed it. And this is how this guy is. If you give him an opportunity to line up on you, but the difference between him and I say Parsons right now is he can line up on an all-pro and dominate him. He can line up on All-Pro and get his. And that's what the thing I loved about playing against Jerome Brown. No matter how great I played, every play had to be perfect, and I hated that because a fat man is always looking for a chance to take a play or two off to try to make it through the game. You know what I'm saying? But I could never take that play off because you never knew when he was going to bring it. So when you got a guy that dominant who can bring it like that, run or pass. I mean, when I remember when he was a rookie, and I used to look at him, I used to be like, oh, he all right. He all right. You know, and then when you research it and find out that him and Zach Martin went at it at the Senior Bowl, you know, you're like, whoa, okay, both guys turned out good and prosperous. One could have easily been the MVP of the Super Bowl if the voting would have went in too soon. He could have easily been the voting co-MVP with Cooper Kupp. I mean, I can go on and on about this cat.
What was when you played? Was it easier? Because he's short, thick, very muscular, and then you got guys that play that position that are big,
the fatter,
sloppy.
the bigger I wanted them.
The
fatter, the bigger, because I can deal with fat.
Well,
I can deal with big.
Explain how.
Because
the quickness,
the bro. When John Randall, I got it right. I hope I got it right. Minnesota All-Pro, Hall of Fame, John Randall. I knew that if I got him to the second half, he was mine. He was so quick, so fast, and had power, and played with leverage. But he was a motor all the time. You knew how he was coming at you all the time. If I could get my hands on him and keep him from getting a pressure or a sack on Troy, by the third quarter, we running that ball enough now that I can just lay hands on him. But if he got on me early, he got a pressure, a hit. Man, I was gonna be like, that was guaranteed a couple of offsides.
He wasn't a big sloppy guy. He was built. Right?
He was built.
So you were good as long as you could control him.
Oh yeah, as long as I could get gooey, my hands on him and chewy. Yeah.
But if not, it's a long day.
But if they were still hard bodies, Jerome Brown was the only one that was a big guy.
Gave you problems.
That gave me problems. But you name all the rest of the fat guys, I had them. Cortez Kennedy, all of them. Big Gilbert for Green Bay. The Fridge. Come on, the Fridge, that was his name?
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart, man. Come on, man. That was a whooping 3 times a day. And I beat his brother just for the fun of it. Yeah.
Let's take our first break, and when we come back, we'll talk more Cowboys, Rams. Maybe our buddy Jesse will be here.
Yeah.
Come back.
And then we can get a breakdown besides more than just Aaron Donald.
The second segment coming at you in a minute on Hanging with the Boys.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of the show, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. And, as usual, I forgot in the first segment, our show is brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
And I hope that Cook is a number 2, regardless of what Jesse breakdown is.
Listen, he's a number 2 when McCarthy employs him as a number 2.
Jesse,
what's going on? That's
to the
Shannon.
show.
He's Nate. This is Kurt. I am Jesse Holly. Chris is in the back. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People
Feel us when we won't go out and get the right tires with our cars when we getting.
God, yeah.
Come on, man.
You know
Quit
what?
being cheap.
You know what? I said, listen.
I will run a tire into the ground. I will run a tire
It's
into
not
the
that I'm
wall.
cheap. I am cheap. But
Right.
It's not that I'm cheap.
Right.
But I said to myself, I said, you know what, Jess? It's time to go ahead and get you a whole new car. It's just time.
Oh,
It's,
all right.
it's just time. It's just time. So I'm heading down to the Bentley store when I leave here. See if I can't find some down there.
Sound something good to use. That's what
Yeah.
they about. It's gonna be good to
Oh,
use.
it's gonna be used. I can
Go
bet
to the
you-
Bentley store because they got that side lot where everybody trades some beaters in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good news.
I'm gonna get that
That's-
80. I'm gonna
that's
get that
like my
89
brother, man.
Spur.
My brother the same way, man. He like, as long as it's good news.
Good news, baby.
A flat tire into a Bentley?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
You know what I mean?
Oh
I've been-
man,
I've been saving-
come on now. Jesse been saving since saving was the thing to do.
Listen.
Now,
if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna keep $1 or $2 tucked away, always.
That's one of the hardest things to do, though. When you
Is
get,
it?
When you get a car paid off?
Oh, I know.
To make that decision, like, do I want to go back to a note?
I got
Or
2
just
paid
wanna
off.
ride this out.
That's the thing. It's the car that I drive every single day, right? And you guys know I'm all up and down the highway, like everywhere.
right?
And then I have, a truck, a SUV, but it's $100 to fill that thing up.
Right.
And the way that I drive around the city, I'm Waxahachie, I'm Red Oak, I'm up here.
So before you get in that, you get on your app and say, "How much is gas today?" Oh, it's $2.89. I can drive this
So
today.
I go
It's
from-
$3.50.
So I go from one spot that cost me $40 to fill up, and I'm gonna get 42 MPGs, opposed to going to the truck with the Hemi and all that other good stuff in
15
there.
MPG.
I'm gonna get 12 MPGs, and it's gonna cost me $100 every 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Oh, well.
I need to get like you, and get me a motorcycle, man.
Be rough today.
It'd be terrible today.
Because it wasn't supposed to rain till this
That's
afternoon.
why. That's why I'm smart enough to have a car.
Yeah.
Of a truck.
Sounds like
Wow.
you need a Prius.
I do. I need a smart car.
Be safe though, whatever you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Take care of those tires.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. It's gonna be a used one. It's gonna be a good used one though. Ain't gonna be no new one.
Good news, baby.
Talk about that. Give us something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
But today, let's talk about Rams defense.
Yes.
We were trying to find another guy that we need to be worried about on this defense other than Aaron Donald. Do you see one?
No.
Really?
No.
Because Nate's fired up today. He's ready to play the Rams today. The last time I heard him this fired up to play a team was against Arizona. We know how that worked out. So, Nate, I hope.
Yeah,
I hope it's not you.
When he was saying that, we're gonna beat the brakes on you. Yeah,
Oh, you was going in with that.
Remember that whole
Heard
week?
that,
He was
yeah.
like, nothing. Nobody. Ain't got one guy on the team. As a group, they're okay, but nobody.
Before you break this down, okay, I'm saying this knowing now that their defense only give up 20.1 points a game.
Only one team scored over 24
Yeah.
points this season.
They
49ers.
give up 337.7 yards per game. That's not a lot. Around 112 rushing, 253 net yards passed. So it's not a lot. Well, 117 rushing, excuse me, and 4.1 average. They are a good and solid defense. They got Jonah Williams and these guys, and they got a nice linebacker. The coverage guys, I'm not as familiar with. Jesse will probably. I'm not saying this is a sorry team. Coach McVay and Raheem Morris have done a nice job. But fellas, I am looking ahead. Play through these guys right into Philadelphia. That's all I'm saying, Jesse, and I'm through with it. Play through them right into Philadelphia.
What's that mean?
That mean run over them, a Mack truck. Like
Okay, all right.
I was going to use a dog analogy, but that right there.
Raw
was probably
dog 'em.
Yeah, no. I was going to say something.
Raw dog right through.
I was going to say something cleaner than that. I was gonna say something way cleaner than that, but he would have brought the wrong type of people down on me.
Yeah,
so,
you don't want. Listen, you don't want. There's
We'll talk about it in the break.
There's a couple communities you don't want on your
Yeah,
head.
that's right.
That other 4-letter community you about to talk about with the dogs, you don't want that community on your head.
Yeah.
They are relentless.
Yeah.
They're relentless. That will get us a call from the
We
boss.
are animal friendly on this show.
Absolutely.
By the way, we all love animals.
He
Who
don't-
owns an
he
animal?
don't- I'm about to say he doesn't have an animal. I own an
I have
animal.
a toddler.
I own an
That's
animal.
my animal.
You own animals, right?
Yeah.
What you got, Kurt?
A couple dogs, cat. Yeah.
Cat.
You got a cat too?
So who was there first?
God, how chaotic is your
Dog.
house? 4 kids running around.
Who was
Yeah.
there
Dogs.
first, man?
Cats hate cats.
Who was there
Who
first?
was there first?
The cats or the dogs?
Oh, the dog, and one dog, then a cat, then another dog.
Okay. They all get along though, don't they?
Yeah, they do good.
Yeah.
Do they talk? Are they noisy? Are they like your sister?
yeah,
They
they're
pretty
noisy, They're
quiet.
annoying. That's what they are.
How many dogs you have?
One, just a pup out. Jesse got 2, and
What
I
kind
got
of dog
one.
you got?
I got an American Pit Bull Terrier.
Okay. What do you have?
He's
I have
got
a,
like
I have a Frenchie and a
Well, I got a mixed American. I ain't got a full
Chihuahua
blood.
and a Frenchie.
yeah, I got
You
I got a
something out
French
of Game of Thrones over there.
and I got a Connie Corso.
He got
Oh
a
my
mule.
God, the
No, that
despair-
dude got a mule.
Do they get along?
No.
The Frenchie whoops
Whoops!
cores that
yeah,
ass.
yeah. Bones is my Frenchie, and
We've
he's
seen Bones.
yeah. We've seen Bones before.
Yeah.
Bones
On
is
the chat.
he's yeah. We were doing. Bones is he'll about to be 12.
Oh,
So he's old and
Grumpy old
cantankerous.
man.
Oh, he doesn't. And then Mamba's about a year and a half.
well, that's the one you showed us a picture of the other day.
Yeah,
right?
Mamba's 130 pounds
Good
plus,
Lord.
a year and a half. Bones is 30 pounds solid, 12 years old. And Bones don't play. Bones don't play. Like when Mamba start that running around too much, oh, Bones go after him. Bones go after him.
Like, man, get somewhere and sit down.
Yeah, he like, hey, now you doing a little bit too much moving around for me. I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm old.
I'm old.
So nothing on defense.
No. Well,
He do.
okay, so let's break this defense down. When you look at what this defense is, Raheem Morris is the defensive coordinator. He's been around the league a long time.
Where all has he been?
He's
Man,
with- he's with
Tampa,
Dan Quinn.
Dan
last.
Quinn,
Yeah, he worked
yeah.
with Quinn.
He's been
Atlanta.
all over the Is it Atlanta? Was
Him,
it Tampa?
McDaniel, Quinn, and him were all in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean he's been around for the league for a long
Yeah.
time. The thing about what Raheem Morris likes to do, here's where it's similar to the Cardinals, where when you're looking at the roster, you're saying, okay, what name stands out, or what names stand out, right? Because players make a difference. I'm able to do more things when I have more versatile and skilled type players. And I think the way that Raheem Morris has always kind of built his systems, he's always had a plethora of name guys, like Pro Bowl guys, big top tier guys that are able to do things in an athletic way with the skill set that can cover up the gaps that they may have. I don't think he has that bunch here. Of course, the catalyst is when you break the huddle, where's 99, right? That's the first. And then though Aaron Donald is getting up there in age and he may not be the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year anymore, still a really good player. Still quick, still strong, still really good with his hands. They line him up all across that defensive line. So breaking the huddle and finding where 99 is at is imperative because he's not lining up in one spot. You know, one time he's over the center. The next time he's on the left side. The next time he's on the right side. They do this thing every now and again where they'll line up 3 guys to one side, 2 guys to the other side, and they do a twist. And they create enough space that when Aaron Donald comes around, it's him and the guard. That the guard passes off the other guy. And then when he comes around, it's enough space with him and the guard where he has a 2-way go. Now think about that, right? You think inside guard, it's tight space, nowhere to move. But when they create this space where they line 3 up wide on one side, 2 on the other side. And when Donald comes around, the guard is sitting there waiting for him, but the tackle has already pushed out to his man, right? Because it's the twist. He's waiting for the timing to come. And the center has already committed to knowing, hey, you know, we got to go right. Like, I have to get right. I have to reach right. So now he's going right. So this guard is sitting there like, oh, snap. Here comes Aaron Donald with the 2-way go. Your hope is that the ball is out by the time he gets to get around that twist and now get to working on your guard, right? And that's going to be Tyler Smith, thinking about that guard coming around on the offensive left-hand side. Now, traditionally, what they want to run, and it's a 3-4. But here's why I say they run more of what I call a 5-2-4. And why is because of the size of the guys. Their defensive end, what is his name? 97. Hotek, whatever his name is, he's 310 pounds.
Dang.
This dude is 6'6", 310 pounds. And then their other defensive end, number 0, Young, they have him listed as 250, but if he's 250, I'm light-skinned. He ain't 250. He looks like he's tall, long arms. He looks to be more on the 265, 270. So when you think about that, you're talking about averaging 285, 290 across the board. That's why I kind of go, this might be a little bit more 5'2". And then what they want to present is they want to present this look. 97, oddly enough, being one of the biggest guys on that front, they utilize him. Raheem Morris utilizing him, drops him in coverage. They do a lot of things. Teams really try to double team or get a double towards Aaron Donald, and it leaves 97 at times one-on-one. He has a motor. He has the size. This is a guy who can wreck your situation if
He's got a ball that at 310.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Like, they drop him into coverage. Wow. They drop him into coverage. So he's a pretty versatile dude. Now, on the back end, what they like to do is, and this is a Raheem Morris staple, is they want to confuse you with pre-snap and post-snap coverages. They're gonna play quarters, right, or cover 4. It's going to look like that a lot of the time. It's going to look like 2 high safeties up the top, but quarters covered, like we talked about before. Take the football field sideline to sideline, right, and then chop it down into quarters. Quarter. That's cover 4. Right? But then it goes and it's cover 2. And then sometimes it's cover 6. It's 2 on this side, cover 4 on this side. And my belief is that when you watch the Cowboys film offensively, one of the things that is giving them trouble is when you go man-to-man with the Cowboys receivers and press them. Now, they don't like to do it a lot with this defense. But I think they're going to say to themselves, well, we've watched film, and when the Cowboys have struggled offensively, it's when you got up and you pressed the receivers and threw off their timing. The Chargers did not press the Cowboys receivers. They kind of let them have a free release for the most part, and now you saw that offense kind of get going a little bit. This is one of those games for Dak Prescott where he has to do what he did in the Chargers game. When you watch the Arizona Cardinals game, because of the confusion and what they want to do on the back end, if you can extend plays, the picture becomes clearer, right? Because at first it's muddy. You see one thing and then you snap the ball and guys are twisting and turning and they're doing all this kind of stuff. But if you can extend the play, there's gaps. There are gaps in this defense. They sometimes, because they want to pass guys off and have guys moving around, and they forget guys. The communication sometimes is missed. Sometimes they'll let a guy free in hopes that the rush got to the quarterback.
Oh. That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, kind of favored us last week. Huh?
Yeah, the Niners caught them a couple times with it, right? They witnessed it and caught them with it. But if that can get back to, I watched the Cardinals game and I watched Josh Dobbs, who I don't want to call him a running quarterback, but he's a very, very mobile quarterback. And he was able to extend a lot of plays and make a lot of plays with his legs, because with that 3-4/5-2, it's, if you're going to go 3 and 4 receivers, what you now got is you got 5-on-5. And if you got 5-on-5, that means you can't double team 99. And if you can't double team 99, then most likely he's going to win the battle that he's supposed to win in those aspects.
And quickly, though, like you said, they'll get lazy on the back end. You notice a lot of times when they're running their twist, they'll get a little lazy.
Yeah.
And unadjustable, not versus the run,
right,
but more versus the pass. But go ahead on, Jess. I'm sorry.
And they do that in 3rd and longs. When you get them in 3rd and longs, you'll see them kind of, they're almost like, we're not trying to rush you. We're trying to give you a look. And if I get a crease, I'll take it.
Right.
But for the most part, I kind of just like, we're going to play covers behind, because we're not rushing 5. We'll rush 3, and then we'll drop 8. and then have to make you kind of figure out what's happening on the back end.
So that'd make it, that make it tougher for Dak or any quarterback. Maybe you have less pressure, but you got more guys out there in coverage.
On third and longs, normally their regular sets, there's gonna be 5 guys in line of scrimmage.
Yes.
And even when there's 4, they like to bring it off the edge. When you look at their cornerbacks and safeties, number 4, Jordan Fuller, he is the fill guy. Like, he's gonna be the safety that comes down and kind of fill in those gaps. They don't have corners on the outside that we should be able to win. They don't have corners that are going to get in your face and dominate you. Now, I say that today, and then we get out there in the game on Sunday, and it's like, well, what happened? We couldn't get off press. But they don't have.
Jesse said
they don't have guys that are out there that just like they have guys that play cornerback that plays can be made on them. They're similar to us at times. When you go to 3 wide receiver sets and 4 wide receiver sets, they use their big nickel, Kobe Durant. He comes in and now plays a little bit of that big nickel, big dime linebacker in there with Ernest Jones. So they'll use him in aspects like that, so that they'll have another more versatile guy out there when you change your personnel and put more receivers on. Now, a lot of times what teams have begun to do this year, you see more teams, more than ever this year, more than a long time I've seen it, where they're putting 2 tight ends on the football field.
Right.
If there's ever been a time, I'll repeat, if there's ever been a time that Jake Ferguson or Luke Schoonmaker or Sean McEwen or whatever tight end, we just signed a tight end on this is the time.
You need them to step up.
This is the time.
I talked to I just talked to the tight ends coach, man, and he said gently he just nudging for them to take advantage of these tight ends.
This is the time.
He said he gently nudging.
And the reason being, again, their linebackers aren't great. They aren't great in the run. They aren't great getting off blocks. They're okay. But
they're not fast twitch at all.
They're not. They're not. And that's why they try to put those big guys up front so that it's an easy transition for them to come downhill and make the tackle. Because if it's 5-on-5, then ultimately it leaves me with back and linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to sift through all the garbage of getting a guard or a tackle or a center off me, combo and getting to the second level. But if there's a time.
But doesn't that, predicated on those guys beating the pass coverage, getting off the line? It seems to be a problem. How do they fix that? Is it just talent?
For the tight ends?
Any of the receivers, they're not getting free off the line. So how do you fix that?
If we can't, then I don't know. I don't have the answer. Like, because at some point in time you got to win. Like, you just have to you have to say there's no way that what's his name, De'Arian Kendrick and Kilo Witherspoon can stay in front of me. I'm CeeDee Lamb. I'm freaking CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, if they don't get free this game and make some plays, we in big trouble this year.
I don't know if it'll be disappointing. It'll be another game when we look and we go,
Jesse, no. He's saying the right thing. What you just gave, the great breakdowns you just gave, is you just told us, and I'm thinking like you, we gonna get these dudes, man.
It ain't gonna get no easier.
Wait,
who you got next week?
Yeah.
Who
Come
got the
on
week
now.
after that?
I don't even know who got.
Jesse said it'll be disappointing. Go ahead on, bro.
It will be. It will be if they can't win at the line of scrimmage.
At the Eagles.
Pull the whole schedule up. You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Eagles. Wait. Rams easier or harder than the Eagles?
Easier.
And talking about defensively.
Easier.
Then home against Giants.
Giants
Easier.
know us.
Rams are easier.
Rams are easier.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Then
Yeah. Then the Giants
Philly?
defense.
And
Yeah.
at the Panthers.
Toss up. Yeah. Push.
Then
Go ahead.
home against Commanders.
Commanders.
They ain't playing with us.
Their defense is
Yeah. And then who?
Then home against Seahawks.
Woo, but you seen the number 21 for the Seahawks? That corner they got in the first round.
Yeah.
So Seahawks.
Ooh, he's a header, boy. He can cover and hit.
Eagles again. All right,
Listen, this has to be it.
Buffalo.
So,
this
so
has
if
to
you're
be
not
it.
doing it this week,
You got to run through
you
these
got
guys.
Carolina that maybe you do it against.
And you got to run through them.
This
I'm telling you, my friend, you got to.
So here's the deal: if you wanted to jump off the ledge against Arizona,
I ain't gonna stop you if you lose this one. I'm gonna push you right and come right behind you.
I'm gonna grab your hand and like, let's go. 1, 2, 3. We gonna jump
let's take our last break and leave.
Come on, great breakdown, man.
Let's talk. Yeah, good stuff. Let's talk a little bit about Cowboys offense when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the official dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Shannon Gross, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Jesse Holly in studio, breaking down Cowboys Rams. We spent an entire segment on a defense that most people can probably only name one player on.
Yep.
So let's get to an offense that most people can name at least. I wonder what the average your casual Cowboy fan, how many players they can name on offense and how many players they can name on defense. What do you think?
I know they're going to name one on defense and one on offense because they get all the blame, all the glory.
Because I would like to think I'm a casual Rangers fan, right? I'm until the playoffs, and then I'm all in, right? I probably couldn't have named 3 Ranger players up until they got into the playoffs. I wonder how many Cowboy fans are. If they're listening to this show, they got to be psycho, so they probably know all of them. If you're this deep into it, if you listen to us, yeah, we love all you. We love all you psychos out there because we're a little psycho too. All right, anyway, Cowboys offense. Kurt has a great stat. Cowboys are 29th in pass plays on 1st and 10. They are 30th in yards. Are they too predictable with the run?
Are they too predictable with the run? I think
first
down. Let me answer the second question that I think will give us an answer to that question.
Okay.
It's when you talk about the per yards of air completions. I think it's like 6.6 or 6.8. Teams are not afraid of you going deep.
Down the field, yeah.
Excuse me.
Because you hadn't done it.
So you hadn't done it. So what does that mean? That means at the snap of the ball, I am more reluctant. The tendency for me is to head more towards the line of scrimmage.
Walk up instead of walking back,
than it is
right?
to back up.
Yeah.
Right? So like that, more teams are looking at it that way. So it's like no matter when you run the ball, teams don't. Miami. Let's use Miami for an example. When you line up defensively against Miami, the first thing that comes to your mind if you're a linebacker or a secondary player is we cannot let them get behind us. Right? So you're always taking the step back first. Let me secure the deep pass. Even in my alignment, even the defensive coordinator's call. Let me line up to a place where I'm not getting exposed and beat deep, because that's what they're accustomed to do offensively. So what does that do? It now opens up the running lane, because safeties aren't creeping down there to come up making tackles. No. You 20 yards deep. Yeah. You 20 deep. DBs aren't huddled. They ain't at the line of scrimmage like, oh, no. You on your high horse because you got Waddle and you got Wilson and you got Hill and them jokers going vertical. So I think because we don't throw the ball down the field and we only average 6.6 or 6.8 air yards per completion.
Actually, yards before catch per reception is 4.9.
4.9.
So they go hand in hand.
29th.
So it goes hand in hand. Teams aren't backing up. They're coming forward. Yeah. You're not threatening them vertically, so they're saying, well,
until you burn me,
then I'm going to be stagnant. I'm going to be at 12 yards, 14 yards instead of 20. So think about it for a second. If the quarterback and the running back lines up in the shotgun, which we mostly do, you're talking about that being 5 to 6 yards from the line of scrimmage, right? If I'm the safety, the support help, and I'm lining up 12 yards from the line of scrimmage, by the time you get it and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and I'm heading up that way, we're talking about this thing averaging out, like you saw in the run game, around what? 4 yards a carry. If nothing else, 3.9, 4.1, 4.2, because the distance. I'm getting more guys toward the line of scrimmage. You're starting further back because you're in shotgun, and he's not really getting a running start downhill. It's more a step, then coming downhill, opposed to the old school style of he's coming downhill and there's a mesh point between the quarterback and the running back. It's now they're standing side by side. So even when he gets it, he's not getting it with the momentum towards the line of scrimmage. He's getting it standing still at 6 yards and now have to figure out his way. So by the time he gets to the second level, when you think about it, 6, and then let's say he gets 2 yards on the other side, that's 8. I've already made if I'm the safety of the linebacker, I've already made my ascension towards the line of scrimmage. We're meeting somewhere along the lines around 4 yards. And that's why the running game isn't successful, I think, enough, is because offensively, the passing game isn't threatening anybody. So guys are saying, well, you can't get off press. Yeah. You can't get off press, and I ain't worried about you going over my head. Yeah. I'm going to come down here and make the tackle.
All right. Is it as simple as just throwing deep?
Not just throwing deep, but doing it in a manner that is threatening. Because you can just throw it deep, and they'll go, okay.
You got to have completion.
You got to have
still come to completion. Right? Like it's got to come down to completion.
It has to be a way of living. Mm-hmm. Because if it's a gamble, then I'm gonna play the percentages.
Or if you're only doing it once or twice a game,
right? I'm gonna play the percentages. Yeah. You complete one, you incomplete one, cool. Didn't hurt us none. I'm gonna keep doing what. Because again, when you get in those very, 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 very tight moments, it's like anything else. It's fight or flight. What did the muscle memory say to you? If your muscle memory says, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, same thing as a play caller. Mm-hmm. Like, play callers don't get in tight game situation all of a sudden like, aha, I'm going to go something that we've never done before. No, he or she or whoever's calling the plays are going to revert back to the things that they feel most comfortable with. And at the end of the day, you hope that it is executed to a level or degree that wins the battle. Mm-hmm. Defense is going to do the same thing. And that's the part where the Jimmies and Joes come to play. Because the X's and O's are the X's and O's. And defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators, they have their ways, they have the thing that they love to do. But when it comes to nut cutting time, when it comes down to
circumcising them mosquitoes,
when that gooch get like this and the game is on the line, what you gonna go? I'm gonna go to the thing that I'm comfortable with. He's going to go to things he's comfortable with. Now I'm hoping that my CDs and Cooks and Gallups and Prescotts and Pollards of the world are better than their Donalds and Witherspoons and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I tell you what, man.
I'm on a roll today. Tell him.
I was going to say, please don't be 12 minutes late again for another show because you tried to cram all that.
He did a hell of a job, too. He did a hell of a job.
Good information.
I mean, just long as when you give them great analogies like you just
take a breath.
You got us all geeked up and thinking one way. Don't go the other way. All right, when he asks you about we gonna kill these guys, you just say
he backed.
Yeah, he backed. I don't know. Trying to cover yourself.
I'm trusting what my eyes tells me.
Okay,
but they have to play the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here, but real quick.
We do.
Jesse talked the whole both segments.
Cool. It was cool today.
It was good.
It was cool today. It was good today.
Real quick, because we're out of time. Okay. 2 questions I want to get to.
Okay. Real quick.
Two questions I want to get to. We're out of time.
Zach Martin's pressure rate is 5.2%. That's the highest in his career. Has he lost a step? PFF hasn't.
He's beat up.
Yes.
He's 32 years old and he's beat up. It comes to a point where you have to stay kind of more fit than you know. The older you get, you have to be a little bit more fitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I hope I'm using the right word, fitter. And
more
the
fit.
crowd chamber should be a part of his life now. When he go home, he should just lay back in it. I'm serious, because you got to be healed, bro. When you get that age, I've been that age and player. That hurts.
Yeah. All right. The other question, Jesse, you can take this one.
And that's not a bad thing. Like, this is father time. This is what happens.
Yeah. Is it time? Are we going to see different personnel used now that they've had 2 weeks to kind of get through this? Are we going to see more Tolbert? Are we going to see more
I'm going to say
Dowdle?
Yes.
Because it's time to mix it up, right?
Time. Like, it's time. I think yes.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I go back to what is he going to do if this game is tight in the fourth quarter? Are you going to use
muscle memory? You go back to what you're.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like, because I do believe in the beginning of this game, because you have to. Like, when you start this game, you have to. There's no way you could be off for 2 weeks and come out here and line up at 21 personnel
and look
run
exactly the same.
Yeah. Boy,
who hadn't really been working.
Boy,
that great.
you should be fired. Like, you should be fired after that.
Wouldn't this be the game to get Tolbert more involved in such going into, like we said, going through to the Eagles?
Boom,
boy.
This is the point now where you got to say, all right, let me whatever I had in the clip, I got to start shooting it. I got to start letting it go.
Sir.
I got to start shooting and letting it go.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Kurt did
Stop with the tracers and shoot
kids.
some real bullets. Stop with the tracers, baby.
Yeah, you got to go get it. Because at this point in time, it's like now or never.
It's now or
I need
never.
to figure out these guys. I need to figure out, because when I get to December, there's no more shuffling.
Right.
Unless there's an injury issue, ain't no more shuffling in December. No, this is what I got. This is who we riding with. So I need to know now what is Tolbert,
so if you
what
don't-
is Rico, what is Lipke,
So if you don't
what is
see
Schoonmaker,
Rico
what is-
Dowdle better
You
be
don't
a
see
big
any of that
factor.
this week. You're not going to see it. This year.
Rico Dowdle better be a factor.
You think you're trying to figure things out with Jordan Davis breathing down your neck next week?
That whole
Nah.
This
You had 2 weeks to get this stuff
enjoy
ready to
this
go.
week.
They got 3 of the top 5 defensive linemen in the pro football thing. 2, 3, right?
Yeah, they're loaded.
They loaded, man. Loaded for bear.
All right, let's go.
Hey.
Jesse, good seeing you. Nate,
Good
as
stuff,
always,
man.
Kurt,
Good stuff.
good seeing you, brother. Chris,
Tomorrow,
thanks for keeping us on the air.
Cowboys defense,
Yes.
Rams offense.
Please be on time.
Yes, thanks for keeping.
I'll try. I got a Puka and a Cooper.
I hear you.
Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!